Welcome. Let's take a look at composing functions. So let's look first at the notation that's shown here. This is the function f composed of g. It can also be written as f with an O in between. It's like a little zero. Looks like the word fog, but this is telling you composed of. So that's the function f composed of the function g. It's just another way of showing the function. This one's saying g of x is inside f of x. So that means we take the f of x, or g of x rather, and we place it inside f of x into each of the places where the x's are. And so now let's rewrite that. F, and essentially what we're saying, it's f 3x plus 4. Okay, we'll put that in there. 5, 3x plus 4 squared plus 2, 3x plus 4 minus 7. And herein is the major mistake that most people do at this point, is they do 3x plus 4 squared, and they think of the 2 as distributive property. They do 9x squared plus 16, but they're wrong. Don't do that. Do not distribute. Instead, remember what squared means. It's the same thing twice. 3x plus 4 and 3x plus 4. Think of the number 49. 49 comes from 7 times 7. So 7 squared equals 49, but it's because you take that square and use that 2 by meaning 7 times 7. You actually think 7 times 7. Here, 3x plus 4 squared is 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4. And then I'll do this to get 9x squared, this to get 12x. Here's another 12x, and then here is 16. This 24x in the middle, you don't get up here. So we do get 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. And that's the thing that we're going to put in over here. Equals 5, 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. And then I'll multiply the 2 here, so it's plus 6x plus 8 minus 7. Now I need to multiply 5 to each of these things. I guess I'll continue with blue here. I get a 45x squared plus 120x plus 80 plus 6x plus 1, putting the 8 and negative 7 together. Now let's put them all together. The function of 3x plus 4, or the function of g of x, is equal to 45x squared plus 126x plus 81. Okay. Show that answer. So this one has a number of steps to it, and primarily because it's squaring a binomial. You can also go in literally the other direction here. So let's look at it. What happens here now, we want g composed of f. So since that's f of x, that goes into that place. So g of 5x squared plus 2x minus 7 is equal to 3 times 5x squared plus 2x minus 7. And so therefore is equal to 15x squared plus 6x minus 21. There isn't anything else to do. There's nothing to combine or anything else. Okay. Oops. Oh, I forgot the plus 4, didn't I? Wait a second. There's a plus 4 here. So there's a plus 4 here. So it's a good thing I caught that in time. So the g f of x is equal to 15x squared plus 6x minus 17. That makes sense. Now, that brings up the point that it's easy sometimes to miss one thing with all of these variables and numbers. So watch out for it so that in this case, I was able to catch it and put it back in before it was too late. Now, here, this is decomposing a function. When we decompose a function now, what we do is we take it apart. So think of, for an absolute value, the basic absolute value is absolute value of x. Okay, so what's happening here is like two parts to it. There's a basic part. So if f of x is this, the basic square root of x would be the first thing. And then the h of x would be what was inside of it. Okay, so that 5x squared plus 2 is what h of x is. And that's because you want to see it this way. You want to see the g composed of 5x squared plus 2. And that means that if the g is the square root, we would just do the square root of that. All right. And we can do the same thing here, where we have something that's a square, so the basic parent function is an x squared, and then the part that is taking over for the x inside is the x plus 7. And that's one way to think of it, is that the first thing that you want to do is identify what is the parent function, the basic one, and then what is it that modifies or is a variation of it. Parent function. And then this is the variation. All right, and now this gives you an idea of composing them, making new ones, and here taking one and taking it apart. I hope that helps with these concepts. Thank you for watching and listening.